Hey there, welcome to Yoga with Rachel. I'm Rachel, and I am so grateful that you are here. Today we have a somatic yoga practice for self-confidence. Somatic practices invite us to tune into the sensations of the body and honor what we feel. This deep inner listening is such a beautiful way to nurture self-love, trust, compassion, and respect, helping us tap into our inner confidence and radiance. If you would like to learn more about how this practice can support you in this journey, feel free to read all about it down below in the description. For today's practice, you might like to bring a blanket or a pillow to support you in your explorations. And without further ado, let's explore. I invite you to settle into a position that feels comfortable for you. You might choose to begin this practice seated or lying on your back, with the soles of your feet gently resting on the mat. I invite you to let your hands settle wherever feels most restful. In your own time, take a slow, nurturing breath in through your nose. And on your breath out, either let your focus soften or gently close your eyes. Let your awareness gently settle on the natural ebb and flow of your breath, just staying with the natural rhythm without changing or adjusting it, simply allowing it to be exactly as it is. When you feel ready, begin a slow and gentle scan of your body, starting at your toes and gradually moving upward toward the crown of your head. As you scan, I invite you to bring a soft, curious awareness to whatever you notice. Beautiful. Take a slow, nourishing breath in through your nose and softly release your breath through your mouth. In your own time, I invite you to gently rest one hand on your forehead and softly rest your other hand on the base of your skull, just where your neck meets the back of your head. You can invite your shoulders to softly fall away from your ears as you settle into this gentle, supportive hold. As you breathe in and out, please bring your awareness to the sensations beneath your hands, welcoming whatever you notice with curiosity. Now, an invitation to imagine a soft light gently flowing between your hands, offering calm and connection. Let this light be a bridge, soothing the space between your forehead and the base of your skull. Perhaps your breath begins to carry this calming energy to other parts of your body, creating space for this light to flow wherever it feels nourishing. Lovely. When you feel ready, release this hold and allow your hands to settle at your sides, or if you're seated, resting softly on your thighs. In this quiet moment of stillness, I invite you to notice any sensations that may be surfacing for you. If you're seated, I invite you to slowly ease your back body down onto the surface beneath you and let the soles of your feet come to rest on the earth. And if you're already resting on your back, kindly bring the soles of your feet to the earth if they're not already there. When you feel ready, I invite you to begin rocking your feet forward and back. As you rock forward, lift your heels slightly away from the ground. Then, as you rock back, allow your heels to return to the ground, letting your toes and the balls of your feet lift. You're welcome to continue this rhythmic movement at your own pace, letting your breath flow naturally. When you feel ready, I invite you to settle into stillness with the soles of your feet grounded on the mat. Now, gently explore widening the space between your knees as you roll onto the outer edges of your feet, lifting your inner arches away from the earth. In your own time, explore drawing your knees closer together, inviting your inner arches to reconnect with the ground. Feel free to continue this movement, noticing how your connection to the earth changes as you move. When this movement feels complete, I invite you to settle into stillness. Bring a soft awareness to the soles of your feet, sensing their connection with the earth, welcoming whatever sensations may be present. Let's invite a gentle rock of the pelvis. As you tilt your pelvis forward, allow your lower back to soften toward the earth. Then, softly pressing through the back of your pelvis, the sacrum, let your low back gradually lift away from the earth, exploring a range of motion that feels right for you. I invite you to continue this pelvic rocking motion at a pace and a breathing pattern that feels supportive. You might like to softly rest one hand on your belly and the other on your heart space. I invite you to notice how your body naturally responds to this connection. You might explore gently opening your arms out to the sides, finding cactus arms as you gently lift and expand. Then, when it feels right, draw your arms back in, wrapping yourself in a gentle hug as you softly return your spine back down to the earth. I invite you to explore the option that feels most nourishing as we continue to awaken through the energy centers of the body. Lovely. When this movement feels complete, I invite you to return to your neutral spine, letting your arms settle wherever feels most supportive. Take a slow, nourishing breath in through your nose. Then gently release your breath through your mouth. I invite you to notice whether any sensations are calling for your attention and gently rest your awareness there, allowing it to be felt and expressed without passing judgment. When you feel ready, I invite you to hug your right knee in towards your chest. You can rest your hands around your shin. You might choose to keep the sole of your left foot grounded or extend your left leg out long. I invite you to send your breath toward your right hip. You're welcome to stay just as you are, or begin to draw circles with your right knee, gently awakening your right hip as you send your breath into sensation. Let your body guide the pace and the range of motion that feels right for you. And whenever it feels good, you're welcome to reverse the direction of your circle. Wonderful. When this movement feels complete, kindly settle into stillness. Then gently release your right foot back to the earth. In your own time, slowly draw your left knee in towards your chest. You might like to keep your right foot grounded or extend through your right leg. I invite you to guide your breath toward your left hip. You're welcome to remain here, or you can explore drawing circles with your left knee, moving around the hip joint. I invite you to continue sending your breath into sensation. When it feels right, you may begin to circle your knee in the other direction. When this movement feels complete, I invite you to settle into a place of stillness. Then softly release your left foot to the earth. Take a loving breath in through your nose and exhale softly through your mouth. I invite you to explore a full body stretch, letting the stretch feel good and nourishing. When you feel ready, I invite you to bend at your knees and let your arms settle by your sides. In your own time, gently roll onto your side, finding a fetal position. You might let your bottom arm become a pillow, cradling your head with care. If it feels supportive, you might let your top hand meet the ground and invite a slow, soothing rock forward and back. When this feels complete, slowly press yourself up to a seat. Once you've found a seated position that feels supportive, gently rest your hands on your knees or your thighs and begin to explore slow, circular motions with your torso. You might let your breath guide the movement, lifting through your heart center as you breathe in, and continuing the circle as you round through your back on the exhale. I invite you to explore a pace, range of motion, and a breathing pattern that feels right for you. As you continue this circular motion, you might choose to gently rest your hands on your abdomen, just above your belly button and around the lower ribs. I invite you to notice whether this connection changes how this movement feels from within. And you're welcome to change the direction of your circle at any point. In your own time, let your circle become smaller and smaller until you eventually settle into stillness. As you breathe in, gently guide your breath toward your belly, sensing the soft rise of the inhale and the soft natural release on the exhale. Kindly release your hands to your thighs. On your next breath in, slowly reach your hands overhead. And on your breath out, explore a gentle spinal twist to your right. You can place your left hand on your thigh, and your right fingertips can rest on the earth or your right shoulder. It might feel nourishing to imagine your breath softly flowing up and down the length of your spine with each inhale and exhale. Take a loving breath in through your nose and softly release your breath through your mouth. On your next inhale, reach your hands toward the sky, facing forward. And as you breathe out, explore a gentle twist to your left, letting your hands settle wherever it feels best. Feel free to imagine your breath flowing gently along the length of your spine. Take a slow breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. On your next breath in, float your hands toward the sky as you face forward. And as you breathe out, gently shake your hands as you slowly lower them back down to the earth. I invite you to take a moment to sense and feel what might be present for you here. For our next exploration, you're welcome to stay seated, or you can settle into a kneeling position. If it feels supportive, you might place a folded blanket or a pillow on your calves before sitting back. Please rest your hands on your thighs as you settle in. When you're ready, we'll explore an energizing breath called lion's breath. So let's take a slow, gentle breath in through the nose. Then, as you breathe out, stick your tongue out toward the ground and make a soft sound, lifting your eyes up towards the sky or your third eye point. All right, breathe in Lion's breath. Let's hear your roar. This time, as you breathe in, slowly slide your hands up toward your hips. Then, as you breathe out with your lion's breath, glide your palms down your thighs, spreading your fingers nice and wide. I invite you to explore lion's breath a few more times on your own. When it feels right for you, you're welcome to release this breath work, letting your breath settle into its natural rhythm. As you rest here in stillness, I invite you to bring your awareness to whatever sensations arise, welcoming them just as they are. In your own time, please remove the blanket or the pillow if you are using one, and then slowly make your way to all fours. I invite you to tuck your toes under, walk your hands towards your knees as you lift your knees away from the ground, finding a low squat. You might choose to widen the space between your feet, letting them move toward the long edges of your mat. And you might angle your toes out slightly. Feel free to explore lifting your hips a little higher away from the ground if that feels more supportive for your knees. As you settle here, feel free to gently shift your weight from side to side, inviting in some intuitive movement. When you feel ready, please explore stillness. Take a loving breath in through your nose and release your breath through your mouth. I invite you to make your way into a standing forward fold. You might like to keep your stance wide, or perhaps it might feel better to walk your feet in while keeping a generous bend in both knees. As you're here, you might gently place your right hand on your left elbow and your left hand on your right elbow. You might choose to sway from side to side, staying grounded in your foundation while softening and relaxing through your upper body. Lovely. In your own time, settle into stillness. Then release your gentle hold. Before we rise up together, I invite you to root down through your feet, keeping a soft bend in your knees. As you begin to rise up, open your arms wide, slowly reaching your hands toward the sky, rising tall with strength, courage, and a grounded presence. Take a breath in through your nose, and as you breathe out, playfully wiggle your fingers as you release your arms, to your sides. I invite you to check in with your inner landscape, observing what's present for you now, taking note of whether anything has shifted. I invite you to interlace your fingers and press your palms forward, then gently lift them overhead. Take a breath in here, and as you breathe out, explore a soft side body lean to the left, allowing your hips to shift slightly to the right, breathing into sensation. On your next inhalation, return to center. And as you breathe out, gently lean toward the right, letting your hips move slightly left, creating space along your left side body. On your next inhalation, return to center, and then release your breath. Gently release the interlace of your fingers while keeping your hands reaching overhead. Take a slow breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, softly rest your hands on the crown of your head. Then gently let your hands trace the outline of your body, gliding them down your face and neck, moving across your collarbones, perhaps flowing down your arms or side body, moving over your abdomen, your hips, legs, and all the way down towards your feet. When you arrive there in your standing forward fold, take a nourishing breath in through your nose and a loving breath out through your mouth. As you rise up again, let your hands gently glide up your body, following whatever feels natural and intuitive. Lovely. When you feel ready, let your arms settle at your sides. All right, for our next exploration, I invite you into some intuitive movement. I'll offer a few suggestions to get you started, and then you're welcome to follow what feels good for you. Let your body guide you as you explore movements that will help you feel and embody confidence from the inside out. So let's begin with a gentle sway from side to side, slowly shifting the weight. Maybe you widen your stance a bit and explore a soft bend in your knees. You might notice other parts of your body naturally joining in, your hips, shoulders, arms, and head, inviting this movement to ripple upward. You might invite in a gentle bounce, a rocking motion, or perhaps a soft shake. Maybe you feel a natural urge to hum, smile, or laugh. Let your body guide you toward movement that feels nourishing, playful, and joyful. This is a beautiful way to reconnect with your inner radiance, reawakening the confidence that's already within you. Lovely. When you feel ready, gradually return to stillness. As you reconnect with your breath, notice what's still in motion, even within the stillness. With your feet firmly grounded, I invite you to roll your shoulders forward, up, and then back as you place your hands on your hips. Draw your elbows slightly behind you, inviting a lift through your heart and your chin. As you breathe in and out, I invite you to notice what sensations are present for you. Maybe it's a physical feeling, an image, a color, an emotion. If it feels right, you might repeat loving and affirming words to yourself, such as, I radiate confidence and attract abundance. It is my birthright to take up space. I am allowed to shine bright. I am already enough. I invite you to choose words that resonate with your being as we linger in this shape a little longer. Beautiful. When you feel ready, I invite you to release this shape and maybe give your arms and legs a gentle shake. In your own time, gently rest your hands over your heart. Feel into your aliveness, your inner strength, your resilience, the confidence that lives within you. Remembering exactly who you are. I welcome you to take a moment to honor yourself for showing up and tending to your inner landscape. Let's take one more breath in together through the nose, and then sigh it out through the mouth. An invitation to close our practice with a heartfelt thank you or namaste.